It's official. Tonight is the longest game by time. 4 hours, 57 minutes. Okay, turn it off, please. It's a World Series fact, and now Damaso Marte takes over. Double switch as Jeff Blum, a former Astro, takes over at second base. He'll bat in the 5 position. And Iguchi is out. Iguchi and the pitcher occupying the number 2 spot in the White Sox lineup. We're in the bottom of the 13th. Marte, who for a while was in the doghouse with the White Sox, and now is in for showing up late to the park. Has great stuff, but sometimes they wonder about the effort and the concentration, and here he is. You can't concentrate in a game like this. Game 3 of the World Series, bottom of the 13th. The team fighting to take a 3-0 advantage. Vizcaíno is off the bench to bat for Qualls, who was terrific. Breaking ball misses, ball 1.
45 innings for Marte, 33 walks this year. Great stuff, but he can be wild.
And he's 2-0 on Vizcaíno. For Qualls, 3 innings. No runs, 1 hit, 2 walks, one of them an intentional walk, and 3 strikeouts. Vizcaíno fouls away strike 1. Only Raul Chavez, the backup catcher for the Astros, is left on the Houston bench. The White Sox have only Pablo Ozuna on their bench. Two and 2 on Vizcaíno. Vizcaíno came through with a 2-out, 2-run hit of Bobby Jenks in Game 2 of this World Series 2 nights ago. Full count. Vizcaíno hanging in there. Marte, 30 years old. 3-4 with a 3.77 ERA during the regular season. Vizcaíno pops it up, and that ball is going to get out of play. Still 3-2. Marte appeared in 1 game of the division series, and it was Marte who loaded the bases to set up the situation for El Duque to come in and bail the White Sox out of trouble. Vizcaíno with a big rip. Another 3-2. A leadoff walk. Marte's last 9 outings since September 6th, combining the regular and postseason, he's gone 3 2/3. Opponents have hit .421 against him, and his ERA is 12.27. And this long night of baseball is in his hands.
Seems like whoever wins this game is going to have to do it unconventionally. Normally you'd bunt here with Taveras on deck. I don't think Phil Garner will. Nope, he showed bunt. Of course, Taveras has been swinging the bat very well. We talked about it earlier.
Except for tonight.
Yep.
0 for 5, hit by a pitch, and missed a chance to win it in the 9th. The 1st and 3rd one out, he struck out. Biggio takes a strike. Jenks 2 innings, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, hit a batter. One ball, one strike as Biggio pulled it back. What a fight for game 3. Later tonight, it's Brandon Bakke against Freddie Garcia. Two right-handers will hook up in game 4.
See if Phil Garner takes off the bunt and employs something other than that.
Does not show a very good move over to first.
No.
A 1-1. No bunt, swing and a foul back, and now Biggio in the hole 1-2.
Turned him loose. He had a good pitch to hit, fouls it back.
Two and two. The Astros have been handed 9 walks since the 8th, including the 8th inning when there were 2 walks. 9 times the Astros have taken a free pass. It helped out in the 8th, but from the 9th inning when they were handed 3 walks, 2 more in the 10th, a walk and a hit batsman in the 11th, and now a leadoff walk in the 13th. They've done nothing with it. Biggio waits for a 2-2. Chops it foul. The 2-2 pitch. Got him on the inside corner. 1 on, 1 out. Second time in a row that Biggio has struck out here in the extra innings.
Good fastball from Marte. Right on the inside corner.
Willie Taveras digs in. Willie does not have a hit tonight. Came in 4 out of 7 in the 2 games in Chicago. He struck out twice, popped up twice, flied to left, and then was hit by a pitch. Strike 1. With Taveras at the plate, the White Sox outfield is shading him to go the other way. We've seen Willie in this World Series already plug the left center field gap with 2 doubles. Shows bunt, takes the ball. Came very close to offering at that pitch. On deck is Berkman. Nasty pitch. Taveras went after it 1-2. There was no doubt he swung at that ball.
Yeah, that was that disappearing slider. Disappearing out of the strike zone. Taveras goes way too far. Tried to hold up, but couldn't.
So now Marte has him at 1-2. There's Cayeno at first, 1 down. And a check on the runner. That move of Damaso Marte. Got him looking. 2 outs.
Almost an identical pitch And he got Craig Biggio on the fastball. Little above the knees, inside corner.
Now it's Berkman. If this game goes to the 14th, the White Sox will have Dye, Konerko, and Blum.
Facing Ezekiel Astacio.
Berkman tonight, 2 hits, 2 walks, and RBI, ball 1. Nolan's still here. The all-time strikeout king. Strike 1 on Berkman.
So Ozzie Guillen down in the dugout. It's almost time to talk to the managers again. Huh, Ozzie?
We have our pregame meeting in a few minutes for Game 4. 5 hours ago, Nolan Ryan threw out the first pitch. Low, 2-1. To the shortstop, Uribe. Game number 3 will go to the 14th inning. And it will at least tie for the longest game innings-wise in World Series history. Here comes Astacio. Ezekiel Astacio takes over. Astacio, as we mentioned, made 14 starts for Houston this season. 3-6 record, a big ERA, and Vizcaíno stays in the game, plays second. They're trying to buy every spot they can in the order before the pitcher's spot comes up. Biggio's out, that's where the pitcher will hit. And here is Jermaine Dye to start the 14th inning. Dye, Konerko, and Blum against Astacio, and the Bender is in there for a strike. So the White Sox getting their first look at Astacio. And Dye starts it with a hit into right center field. Jermaine Dye is on to start the 14th inning. That's the second inning in a row and the third time in the last 4 innings that the White Sox have put their leadoff man on.
Pretty good pitch by Astacio, but better hitting by Dye.
So now Konerko.
No thought of a bunt here.
White Sox have hit into 3 double plays tonight. Konerko was involved in one of them when he was doubled off second on a line drive hit by Rowan. Back in the second. Konerko to third. Ensberg, what a pick. Throw to second, out, over to first. Out!
Oh.
Double play! Unbelievable from Ensberg.
Not only the catch, but the wherewithal to get to his feet, throw a strike to Vizcaíno, and a strong throw to first to get Konerko. My goodness.
That is the defensive play of the night. And we've had 5 hours of plays to watch. Now Blum, the former Astro, takes a ball in the dirt.
In the time that it's taken to play this game, you could fly from Baltimore to Iceland.
If you're so inclined.
Yes.
With 2 out, nobody on, Blum takes low. It's 2-0. could fly from New York to L.A.
Uh-huh.
You could cook a turkey for Thanksgiving. You could watch 20% of a season of 24. Or watch the longest game in World Series history. Blum hits it into right, down the line. It is gone. Jeff Blum, the former Astro, goes deep. And here in the 14th inning, the White Sox take a 6-5 lead. Jeff Blum gets his first at-bat of this series and only his second of the postseason. And Blum has made it 6-5 Chicago.
Down and in. The former Astro. Traded to Tampa Bay for tomorrow night's starter by Houston, Brandon Backey.
And now Rowan takes a ball in the dirt. Astasio's reaction on that 2-0 pitch down and in. Garner's reaction. And Rowan gets out of the way of ball 2. The White Sox rooting section with Roland Heeman. All hugs, and Jeff Blum trying to add his name to the list of unexpected World Series heroes. Rowan, it's 2-1. Blum with 62 career big league home runs. Came up with the Expos, was with Houston in 2002, 2003, the Devil Rays, San Diego, and picked up from the Padres this year by Chicago. 2-2. With 2 out, nobody on, a 2-2 pitch. Chop foul. The Astros in the bottom of the 14th inning will have Ensberg, Orlando Palmeiro, and Jason Lane. Here's a 2-2 in the dirt. A left-hander starts to throw for the White Sox in their bullpen. And that can only be Burley. The Game 2 starter. With 2 out, nobody on, a run home. The White Sox leading. A 3-2 pitch is chopped to third. Ensberg charges, can't make the play. And Rowan is on to keep the top of the 14th alive. Third hit of the inning.
Some balls are hit to places where you have no play.
And here's Joe Creedy. Creedy tonight has walked, homered, hit by a pitch, grounded out 3 times. Stasio took something off, strike 1.
Longer the inning, the longer the at-bats, the more time Burley has to get ready. Burley, of course, a starting pitcher, and it takes them longer to get ready.
Creedy went after it. It's 0-2. Burley is warming up like he's coming in the bottom of the 14th.
He is warming up like that.
Even though Marte is still in the game at the moment. An 0-2, runner goes, and Creedy chops another one to third. That is a fair ball. And it's 2 on with 2 out. 4 hits in the inning.
Two men on base with 150 feet of infield balls. The one by Rowan. Now the ball that hits the bag.
And now Jim Hickey out to talk to Estacio. So Burley with more time to get loose. Again, it's Ensberg, Palmeiro, and Lane for the Astros in the bottom of this inning. They'll be trailing by at least one. White Sox trying to go up 3-0. And Uribe could give them some wiggle room in the bottom of this 14th. Estacio with 2 on, 2 out. Takes a ball. Uribe does 1-0. On deck is Widger. But it's Uribe now. 1 hit all night. One and one. One o'clock in the morning here in Houston. If you think back to the double switch, that's why Blum was in there. Ozzie Guillen had the opportunity to use Pablo Ozuna if he wished, but he chose Blum to go in and play second, and Blum delivers the go-ahead home run here in the 14th. Two balls and a strike on Uribe.
So far in this postseason, Ozzie Guillen and the White Sox have played mistake-free baseball.
Uribe was trying to jerk that pitch out of here. 2-2. Backey gets the ball tonight against Freddie Garcia. The 2-2 to Uribe will count, and the runners will go. A leadoff hit by Dye. Canerco bounced into a brilliantly turned 5-4-3 double play. And a 2-out home run by Jeff Blum. Runners go, 3-2 pitch. The bases are loaded. And Estacio will now have to deal with Chris Widger. Widger tonight 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Took over in the 9th. Bases loaded, 2 out, ball 1. Wandy Rodriguez is getting loose again. And Ezequiel Estacio making only his 2nd appearance of this postseason. He's allowed 4 hits. Walked a batter, and he's behind on the count with the bases loaded to Widger. Over but low, 2-0.
Well, if you're Chris Widger, clearly Estacio cannot find the strike zone, so you take a pitch.
Two and 1. Estacio trying to give the heart of the Houston lineup a chance in the bottom of this 14th. Bases loaded, 2 down, ball 3, 3-1. 3 balls and a strike, bases loaded, 2 out. Widger walks to force home the second run of the inning. And it's 7-5 White Sox here in the 14th. Back-to-back walks. Podsednik will be the hitter. We'll see if it's against Wandy Rodriguez.
Yeah, Brad Osma's taking that slow walk out to Estacio. Rodriguez appears to be ready.
Here comes Phil Garner. He's called for Wandy Rodriguez. He'll inherit bases loaded, 2 out. The White Sox leading by 2 as we play here in the 14th inning of Game 3. In the division series, Game 4, an 18-inning affair with Atlanta for Houston, longest postseason game all time. And tonight, 5 hours, 28 minutes and counting, longest World Series game by time, and 14 innings, ties a World Series record. Here's Wandy Rodriguez to pitch to Scott Podsednik. Bases loaded, 2 out, 7-5 White Sox in the 14th inning, and a strike on the outside corner. Rodriguez relieved in Game 1 after Clemens' left hamstring flared up on him. Went 3 1/3 innings, allowed 1 run on 4 hits. And here he is in the 14th inning. 0-2 on Podsednik. Home run by Blum and a bases loaded walk to Widger. Produced 2 runs. Marte in the on deck circle. On 0-2. Podsednik strikes out. And that sends Game 3 into the bottom of the 14th inning. The first run scoring since way back in the 8th. Home run by Jeff Blum. His first World Series at bat. 7-5 Chicago. Back after this from your local station. Damaso Marte will try to finish this game. He delivers a strike to Ensberg. Burley is ready if needed, but Marte back for the 14th. Pitched a scoreless 13th and got around a leadoff walk. There's strike 2 to Morgan Ensberg. On deck is Palmeiro and then Jason Lane. 1 away. 3 pitches and Marte strikes out Ensberg.
Sniffing a win, Marte with 3 straight strikes. Fastball, curveball, fastball to get Ensberg.
You know, tomorrow or later today, the headlines will talk about the home run by Jeff Blum. Here's Palmeiro and there's ball 1 high. But the real story of this game, Game 3, was a 4-0 lead for Roy Oswalt. He lost it in the 5th, the 5-run 5th inning for the White Sox. The Astros tied it in the bottom of the 8th. But Houston got one it early. But Oswalt just didn't seem to have that great stuff that he had with him in the NLCS against St. Louis. 2 balls and a strike on Palmeiro. Meanwhile, the Astros have stranded 13 runners. And they're down by 2 with 1 out in the bottom of the 14th. 3 balls and a strike. On deck is Lane. Don't you turn off that television. Time had been called and Marte didn't know it. Palmeiro was digging in, almost walked into a pitch. 3-1. A walk gives the Astros life. If you're wondering about Burley, his last relief appearance was in the 2000 AL Division Series against Seattle, Game 2. He has no major league saves, and in 2000, Burley was a rookie. He was the starter on Sunday night. Tomorrow's starter, Brandon Backey, runs out to the bullpen just in case. Here's Lane. And there's a pop-up out behind second base. Blum has it, 2 down. And the White Sox are 1 out away from a commanding 3-0 lead in this 2005 World Series. Here's Ausmus. Ausmus hitless on the night. He had a game-tying home run in the 9th inning with 2 out in that Game 4 against Kyle Farnsworth in the Atlanta Braves. The game that went 18 innings. He's the tying run at the plate, and he takes ball 1. Adam Everett on deck. A 1-0. Palmeiro is taking second, but Ausmus liked the pitch, and the count's even. One ball, 1 strike. That's high, 2-1. Down to second is Palmeiro. No stolen base for Palmeiro. Fielder's indifference. They let him take it. Two and one on Ausmus. Two and two. And the White Sox are 1 strike away. The first World Series game in the state of Texas. Game 3 of this World Series. In the 14th inning. The 2-2 pitch. Full count. Now a 3-2. Ausmus grounds to short. Uribe bobbles it, and the game will continue. Tying runs are on with Everett coming up. Error on Uribe, his second of this postseason.
Don Cooper, the pitching coach, on the phone. Is Burley ready? Of course. Adam Everett with 11 home runs on the season. And here comes Ozzie Guillen.
And Burley is going to come out of the pen and try and save it for the White Sox and Marte. An error extends the game, and the tying runs are on for Houston here in the 14th. Hoping that error here in Houston, these fans are, will give the Astros a break and a chance to do something about a 7-5 game in the bottom of the 14th as Mark Burley makes his first relief appearance since his rookie year and deals with Adam Everett. The winning run at the plate. Tying runs are on, ball 1. Everett was 0 for 3 against Burley in Game 2. One infield hit in this series for Everett, that's all. One ball, one strike. Everett is 0 for 13 with runners in scoring position this postseason. The 1-1 pitch. Everett pops it up. On the infield for Uribe. The White Sox are up 3 games to nothing. A 14-inning game ends 7-5 Chicago. And the Astros will end the night with 15 runners left on base. Jeff Blum, one of the heroes. The go-ahead home run, which made it 6-5. They tacked on another, and the White Sox win it in 14, 7-5. We welcome you to the Chevy Major League Baseball post-game show on Fox. Chevy, an American revolution. What a night, and what a run for these White Sox through the postseason. Up 3 games to nothing. Later tonight, Game 4, Freddie Garcia and Brandon Backey. Only one team, as you know, has come back in playoff history, down 3 games to nothing. The Red Sox in last year's ALCS against the Yankees. It hasn't happened in NBA history, 2 times in NHL history. And let's go down to Chris Myers with a star.
On the field, Joe, October full of unlikely heroes. No disrespect, Jeff Blum. You probably didn't even know you were going to play tonight. Talk about the home run that ended the longest game in World Series history.
It was a 2-0 count and managed to work myself into a good hitting count. And I looked down at Joey, waiting for the 2-0 take sign, maybe work the count a little bit, but he stood there motionless. So I said, you know what? Let's take a shot right here, and fortunately things worked out.
Joey Corey, your third base coach. Now against your former team, when you connected, did you know that you got it out?
No, I didn't know if I got it high enough. I know I hit it pretty hard, but I was just hoping to get in scoring position and hopefully good things would happen. But somebody was watching out for me and got the ball over the wall.
I mean, you're in a World Series, gliding around the bases. You still can't believe it.
No, honestly, I can't. It's one of those things. You sit around for 14 innings, and like you said, the longest game in history. And then something like that happens, it's pretty special.
All right, so White Sox are 1 game away from the World Series title. What do you think they're doing back in Chicago? I know it's heartbreaking in Houston, but in Chicago they're jumping up and down.
Yeah, they're jumping up and enjoying. They're feeling the same joy that we're feeling right now, and we're just looking forward to tomorrow's game and hopefully bring it home.
All right, congratulations. All right,
thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you. We appreciate it, Joe.
All right, Chris, thank you. Our Chevrolet player of the game. 5 hours and 41 minutes. And with 2 out and nobody on at the top of the 14th, a 2-0 pitch, a line drive laser over the wall and right off the bat of Jeff Blum in recognition of his outstanding play. Chevrolet will make a $1,000 contribution to the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. Chevy, an American revolution. Blum jumping up and down and celebrating a victory here in Game 3. White Sox 1 win away